session, and this is so good because it's going to help you definitely promote or do your campaigns, or if you're still getting started with your business as a coach, consultant, trainer, or if you are someone who's still figuring things out on how do you actually get to do your campaign more efficiently, or how do you get to turn your network into paid clients with a plan as well. So one part of, I mean, the huge part of my program as well is actually content creation. In content creation, we call this actually, well, my mentees and I, we call it as a money making activity. Okay, so content creation isn't just, you know, brewing content for the sake of putting out content out there. To those of you who are a little bit more advanced or are already doing content, I'm so sure that, you know, it also build awareness. But here's the thing, it's just, it's beyond awareness. So you got to make your content work for you. And yeah, let's proceed. So within 60 minutes, what's going to happen here is I'm going to share and teach you how to make your profitable content plan. And I definitely will give you everything that I know that I personally use in my business. Also, I will also let you implement to create your own content. So it's best also if you have your pen and paper with you, if you have your journals with you, or if you want to have your Google Doc open and make use of that, please do so. It's so important that, right, you get to have key takeaways and actually take notes, right? So there's going to be free coaching also a little later to raise your questions. Yeah, because again, this is a workshop. Okay, so it's not just a training, right? So what we're going to focus on, so I want to be very intentional with when it comes to today's training, right? So we are going to plan for next month's offer. So again, if you don't have any offers yet, if you don't know how to create your first $1,000 on social media, I just actually typed it in the chat box. Also a runway again on how do you get to actually plan or at least organize your thoughts on how many coaching, how many services, or how do I operate it in my business as well, so that you'll be able to turn your network into paid high ticket clients as well. All right, so go ahead and do that. All right, so here you go. Let's zone in. So, to those of you who haven't met me yet, hi, I'm Cassie. Nice to see you guys. And I see a lot of common faces as well. So, I'm so happy that you're here. And I have a few friends also who are joining. Some of my mentees are also here. But hi, my name is Cassie. I'm wife to Raymond. He is a sports photographer and also the vice president of JCI Alabang. I'm a fur mom to Lucky the Shih Tzu and Maxi our Beagle. And I'm also a multiple six-figure business owner. Due to the pandemic halt, we were able to build and also pivot our business. And I'm the creator of the Power Profile Based Accelerator in Growth. I was called, or I still am, I'm not sure, but yes, I'm called as a LinkedIn trainer. I've been teaching LinkedIn since 2018. Basically, that is where everything started for me. What's happening with my mouse? Okay, wait lang guys. Right, there you go. I'm also the startup founder of the After Six Club. It's a transformative and progressive events learning company in partnership with co-working spaces. But due to the pandemic, we also had to pivot. But still staying true to the vision to support trainers, coach consultants, and also private practitioners to zone into their genius, right? And also make profit out of it, right? I'm also a Mind Valley University business facilitator, and some little few nuggets that you may not know about me, but I thought that being a kids yoga teacher would be a good retirement plan. But the universe has plans for me. But then again, still, being in the kids yoga space really taught me so much about compassion, kindness, and also communication, and also about being an adult in general, right? I used to be also a college professor in a public university where I also learned how to teach more efficiently. I'm also a speaker and host and a brand influencer for health and lifestyle. Now, maybe you have seen me also maybe um, in Philippine Star, Manila Times, Manila Bulletin, maybe ANC, or all these other channels, or maybe in digital space, or maybe in Mind Valley, maybe in Marketing Asia, you name it, I'm in it, or at least I'm trying to be in it. And of course, one great big goal that I'm going to share here is that as a content piece also is that I will be part of Forbes. So that's a big goal that I have for myself, that wait for it, it's going to happen. Right. Okay. So let's dive into today's workshop. Right. So I'm going to go back to my chat room right now, and I would want to ask you guys what makes an excellent content plan? Any wild guess? Okay. I'm still admitting a lot of people. Hey, you guys, nice to see you. All right, so I'm gonna go and check on the content box. What do you think, right, makes an excellent content plan? Consistency, okay, relevant to your audience, useful stuff to your audience, storyteller, okay. Yeah, go ahead. More. Yes, those are great. Those are amazing, you guys. Value post. Okay, amazing. Engaging, relatable, something compelling. Absolutely. All right, what else? This is so good. Entertaining, educational, authentic. Okay, my mentees are soaring and are roaring. Attractive. Okay, I love it. Okay. Go ahead. All right. So let me just peel the curtain, right? So these are the three things that will make an excellent, okay? Of course, all of those things that you said about being relatable, entertaining, educational, authentic, attractive, all these things are, of course, valid, right? These are really, really important because it means, I mean, the fact that you mentioned that, it means it's actually compelling you and it's also wanting you to read about their content as well, too, right? So, but these are the three things that I personally, right? I personally tell myself as well that these makes up excellent content. Number one, it's replicable. Number two, it's sustainable. And number three, of course, it converts, right? Because if you are churning out content 24/7 days and it's all about brand visibility, you're doing something wrong, right? If you've been posting a lot of these things and it's not converting into a sale, there's something going on, right? So if it's not sustainable too, that you're running out of juice, you're running out of content to churn out, there's something really wrong, right? So these are the three things that will make it replicable, sustainable, and will definitely convert. And these are the three things that I'm going to share to you guys throughout this workshop. This is something that would you guys want to learn? And yeah, right? And do you think this is something that you guys want to learn? All right, let's check. I should get a bigger screen now. Okay. Right. Attractive, authentic, entertaining. Yes. Amazing. Right. So these are the three things that you are going to learn today. So number one, what does replicable mean? Well, replicable solely means it's duplicatable. It's something that, let's just say, in 2020, you've created this content and all you got to do is pull it from your content vault and you're just going to put it again on 2021, maybe in this year, right? So it's duplicatable. Or it's maybe something that, you know, it's a content right now and then you can just splice it up and you put it onto another post, right? You can spread it out into another post. It's duplicatable, right? Another one is sustainable. What do I mean by sustainable? Is it manageable, right? So if you guys have been, dancing through TikTok and all those things, do you think that it's going to still be relevant 10 years from now? Do you think that it's something that you can use of maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now, right? Think about that. Next, is it manageable, right? Manageable means, okay, right? When you come up with your content, right? When you put in your content, it's just easy breezy for you that, okay, it's a no-brainer, that definitely it's something that will help you as well, right? Help you as well. Let's just put it up, pull out from your content vault and just going to make it happen. Okay, someone is using the the pen. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, it's up. Okay, yeah, right. Next is of course in conversion, right? Does your content also convert? Okay, so what does it mean? Simple. Does it create and bring you Benjamins? Does it bring you sales? Does it bring you opportunities? Does it bring you, bring you all these things that you need? Sorry, Monette. It's okay, Monette. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to change this up. Like maybe let's just avoid Muna. Yeah. Right. Touching it. Okay. So, right. So, thing is, all right. So, my question here with you guys is this: does your content bring in the Benjamins? Can you stick to the plan and make it happen without the exhaust? Can you make your content done in an hour or less? All right. So I'm gonna go back to the chat room and ask you this: can you make your content done in an hour or less? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know, you guys. Can you make your content done in an hour or less? Yeah. Yes, I schedule posts, content for how many days? For a month. Yeah, so at least for a month. Some minus research, I think. I can't yet. Okay, go ahead. Say more. Okay. Um, yes, less than an hour. Okay, great. Not yet. Okay, great. Next question. Can you stick to the plan and make it happen without an exhaust? Right? Okay, half day maybe. Chi, be careful. Miss Dina is here. No, Miss Dina, hi. Adrien, not yet. Okay, next. My next question. After this, haha, Miss D. Can you stick to the plan and make it happen without an exhaust? Like, let's just say the entire month's content, you'll be able to do it, everything, and plan it out and sort it out in an hour, maybe, right? Or maybe in just 10 minutes, and you're fine, you're done. You have a plan, and this is what you're going to go for, right? Can you stick to the plan without an exhaust? Okay, let me check on the chat room again. Okay, tell me. We'll try. Yes, templates and themes. Not for me, half day maybe. Okay, great. Okay, next. Okay, next. Does your content actually bring in the Benjamins? Does it bring in the Benjamins, you guys? No. Go ahead. I would love to know your answers. Okay, go ahead. What else? Not yet. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, not yet. Not yet. Nada. Okay. Yes, majority, not yet. So, not yet. Okay, great. I want to. All right. So, what about the rest of the others? Yeah. Does your content bring in the Benjamins? All right. So again, it has to convert, right? So here's one thing that I would want you guys to have a mindset shift, right? I want you guys to shift, right? That as much as, of course, all these metrics are important, I want you to say goodbye to vanity metrics as your sole objective, because having vanity metrics may be a good piece in terms of maybe you're doing influencer marketing, maybe you are developing press kits so that when you are tapping big brands, right, they need this vanity metric, sure. But what really matters here is that as a sole business owner, as an entrepreneur, right, because again, we are not yet big corporations or whatsoever, right? But the piece here is that you've got to know what is your conversion rate. Okay. Or at least if you post a couple of posts with that certain plan, it's going to drive your people into a sale. Or if it's not going to be a sale, it will drive them to a certain call to action, just like this one, right? So there were numerous posts that I was able to plan out in within a week. Actually, it's just been a week, right? And the call to action is actually for you guys to drive into registering for this workshop, right? So that in itself, what is the call to action? Does it bring in the Benjamin? Does it bring in the people? Does it bring in all these things that convert? So I would like you guys to go ahead and write it down on your paper or on your Google Docs. What does conversion mean to you? And if you're ready, you can share it also in the comment section so that we can all share and learn from each other. What is, what does, what are your objectives when it comes to content creation? What is success for you? Yeah. Go ahead and write it on your journals. And if you want to share it in the comment box, go ahead and share that. I want to, at this point, build a community. Fantastic. Okay. Yes, build a community. Amazing. For me, a conversion is a prospective client signing up for my program, booking a call. Yes, make it rain. Yep. Amazing. Right. So have it all in there. Okay. And we're going to tackle all these. Right. Drive, action, or change. Okay. What specific drive or action would that be? I mean, what changes it? Right? Being known as a go-to person with this specific topic. Absolutely. Right? Like Ma'am Cassie Isus, right? Okay. All right. So, right. Again, a little recap here, you guys. All of these things that you said are amazing. And I'm really, really grateful because you are now stepping outside of the usual, which is the vanity metrics. Again, vanity metrics are still important in terms of, like, say, you're pitching to big brands and they want to know how much of a community that you have. Maybe it's for sponsorship, maybe for all these things. But then again, these sponsors also are these big brands. One thing that they want to know is that the conversion rate, does your community also convert into a sale? Because that's the reason why they're actually sponsoring you, because they want to know if they have, your community has a buying power, right? So again, so those are the things. Now let's go on to a recap, all right? So I want you to think this thoroughly, all right? An excellent content plan is replicable, sustainable, and that converts. Okay, so like with this one, I've already done this workshop last year. So all that I did was I pulled out everything on my vault and just plastered it in here and made use of it and tweaked it a little bit, right? And sent you guys e-newsletters, right? To remind you that there's going to be a workshop, right? So that entails also strategy in place. I'm going to teach you all that today. All right. So these are the three common mistakes in content creation. Okay. Number one, always starting from scratch. Now, I understand if you guys are still new in business, if you're just starting as a coach, as a consultant, or as a trainer, or as an entrepreneur, of course, starting from scratch is a no brainer. But here's the thing, when you start from scratch, I really truly suggest for you to create already a content vault, right? Wherein you're already piecing all these content together and having them all situated in a space wherein you can actually do an audit as well of what transpired during that campaign, what transpired during, that certain days that you were sharing all this information and a certain call to action, right? Next, impulsive post, no strategy. Okay, so meaning all you do is just show up, show up, show up, show up. Yes, I am a firm believer of showing up, but if you don't have a strategy, you're always going to be exhausted. And of course, focusing on the wrong metrics. So if your metrics again is all about likes and followers, okay, go ahead. That's your metric. But what is it after? Right? What is it next? And also with these vanity metrics, do they also have the buying power, or are they the people that you really wanted to invite in your community, or are these people really the people that you wanted to surround yourself with, right? So these are the three things. Now let me share to me on the comment section, like where are you in these three, right? Are you guys always starting from scratch? Do you still have impulsive posts? You don't have strategy? Are you still focusing on the wrong metrics? Where are you currently? Just so later throughout the workshop, I will zone in more to that. Focusing on the wrong metrics, impulsive posts. All three, yeah. All of it, okay. Okay. Starting from scratch. Okay. Hey Trixie. Hi Trisha. Nice to see you guys here. First two, always starting from scratch. Impulsive post, right? All three. Susanna. Hi. Hey Alan. Nice to see you here. Right? Carlos. All of it. Okay. Great. All right. So have these all on your journals as well. I would want you to place it into your journals that your intention for this workshop, right, is either number one, you're gonna start from scratch, sure, but you're gonna make use of it now as your baseline so that you will be able to tweak it on the next round, right? Okay, impulsive posts as well, right? You could just set your intention that I'm going to stop doing impulsive posts and have strategy in place, right? And next is also focus on the right metric, which is conversion, right? So Rachel says you're starting to have templates, but only recently, Canva and everything. Yes, but again, these templates are templates. These are prettifying things, all right? But where is the strategy, right? We gotta put a little strategy more of why are you making use of these templates and what are these templates for? And that is actually branding. So we're gonna get into that a little bit, right? So great. So my question here, right? So I would wanna ask you guys, do I need a lot of followers to have a booming business? What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you need a lot of followers? No, no. Amazing. I love you guys. No. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Uh-huh. Okay. Quality followers. Okay, good. So what does a quality followers mean? You know what, you guys, I just wanted to share this, right? Sometimes, it makes me wonder too. Quality followers, what does that mean? Right? Because people are all of quality. Like we are all people. We all have eyes, we have nose, we have ears. We're all equally created as human beings. So how dare are we to say quality people, right? But I understand in terms of marketing, of course, it's quality people means a certain definition for you. So what does quality followers mean? I just wanted to just take a step back onto that and think about being what do you call this, being kind to humans too. Let's stop saying like, oh, I need quality followers, but the thing is people are of quality, right? I don't know, maybe it's just me, right? Maybe it's just me, but what does quality mean for you guys, right? I want you guys to place in your comment section or in your journals as well, what does quality mean to you? No, but it all should be organic. Promoters, okay. They have the capacity to buy, they engage, okay. But capacity to buy, everybody has a capacity to buy too. Like, be more specific, you guys. They engage, right? Everybody can engage, but the problem is, are your posts also engaging? Chicken and egg, right? Quality on, they trust you, they need your service, and your service is relevant to them. Yes, okay. Relevancy, yes, amazing. Yes, relevancy, absolutely. Quality fire, open-minded, teachable, can afford your service. Yes, right? So can relate. So that's all relevant, right? Relatability. Okay, great. Okay, so let's go into now. Let me just share to you guys this framework, and you may have heard this. To those of you who have been, on my newsletter, or have been on Ambitious Tribe Inner Circle, or have been following me on Instagram, or maybe through my live stream, and maybe you've attended some of my classes as well, right? So I always say this, right? This is my trademark framework. Is it clear, transformative, progressive, and profitable? You would always hear me say this even inside my cohort, inside our mentorship program. I would always ask also my mentees, right? Is it clear? Is it transformative? Is it progressive? It is profitable, right? So what happens here is that I developed this framework because it became my not really North Star, but it became my flow in terms of decisions too. It became my guide, right? That's why it's a framework. It became my guide as well in things that I do, right? So let's just say this workshop, when I was creating the slides, right? So the slides, and I was tweaking the slides, I was telling myself, okay, am I able to actually place in here something clear, that it's all about content planning workshop, right? What does it entail? What is the agenda? The agenda is about a 60-minute, and it's going to be implementable workshop. What is clear, that I would love you guys to get clear also on your content, right? And that is it. Transformative, right? In terms of transformation, right? Is it going to change my life because I will be able to reach out to you? And same with you, is it going to be transformative to you because I was able to help you, and you're now getting a little bit more clear, or at least clearer with your way forward, right? Progressive, is it sustainable? Is it manageable? Am I going to share something that will be helpful for you so that you cut the hustle? I don't like the hustle anymore, right? We'll be able to cut the hustle, and what's going to happen is going to have more time for yourself. So if you want to have a 4-hour workday, right? So definitely it needs to be progressive, and most importantly, is it profitable, right? So this became the framework, right, in everything that I do, right? Including as well, how do I do my slides, how do I communicate with you, the flow of my work, my workshop, the flow on how I'm bringing you to one topic after another. So this is something that I would want you also to think about, right? Is it clear? Is it transformative? Is it progressive? And is it profitable too, right? So think about all these things. And I would like to ask you guys, where are you in this space? Are you already in the clear path wherein you already know what you're talking about? You already have a service that you're offering? I mean, are these things, what else do you need? Are you already transformative? Is your business already thriving, or is it already flying? Do you think that you've already transformed another person's life, right? Or are you progressive already? Are you ready for scalability? And then next into profitability, are you consistent? Is it consistent? Like every month, do you have a consistent revenue? So do let me know in the comment section, where are you in this framework, right? Clear. Quality flowers. Okay, go ahead. Waiting for you guys. Where are you guys now? Clear? Okay. Yeah, so you're all seeking for clarity on how do you actually turn your network into paid client through content. Yeah, amazing. All right. Transformation to progressive from two different businesses. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So Miss Dina is just for Young Living, and also, yeah, for Yoga Plus. Great. Okay. Profitable but needs constant improvement and update. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Great. So, right. So that is what's going to happen in order for you also to create, all right, content for your audience, right, it would be need, I would like to transfer to you guys my proven framework, my trademark copyrighted framework, okay, that's clear, transformative, progressive, and profitable, right? So that when you create your decisions, when you make decisions as well, you have this question, okay, will it bring me more of what I want? Is it clear? Is it transformative? Is it progressive? Is it profitable? And will it also bring, okay, will it also bring clarity, transformation, progression, and profitability to my audience, right? So these are really pretty much important when it comes to creating content. Right. So just a little bit more of insights on where am I coming from. So I am a hotelier by profession, and that is my number one love. Right. I started in Amangani in the U.S. If you guys know Amampolo, that's actually the U.S. counterpart. It's the number one resort in the world. Right. And then I was the opening also of Miss Ibis Hotel, and then I was also in PR. I was in Ogilvy, Philippines, and Myanmar. I was helping also a law firm. I'm a marketing consultant for a law firm, a top law firm of cybersecurity here and data privacy here in the Philippines. I also did some organization for fun runs, for triathlons, and everything entailed content, right? I also had my own startups. I'm also co-founder of also a couple of startups. I was also part of Yoga Plus. So my boss is actually online here with us right now, right? My boss slash Nina, self-proclaiming that, right? She's also here, right? And also I'm also an encourager and founder now of the After Six Love, which is a LinkedIn trainer too. But here's the thing, with all these businesses, okay, with all these businesses, something that really, really struck me most was that all these businesses, I actually went through the framework unconsciously, right? I mean, I didn't know that there was a framework that I was already leading or also following, right? And that also founded, all right, my own free publication, which also involved content marketing. So we were able to distribute, actually there are three free magazines, or free magazines, but it already generated 2 million pesos when we opened it a couple of years ago, right? And we only stopped it because my teammates, they all migrated to different countries. But here's the thing, right? The juice of it all was that all the businesses happened because of content. So this is why I'm having this workshop for you guys and passing on to you guys. Content marketing is really, really important, and it should change already your mind shift, right? Your mindset when it comes to content, that it's not just vanity, it has to bring in conversion. But of course, bringing in conversion doesn't mean you'll always be selling, right? But more of like bringing them to a journey. Okay, hi Miss Dina. Yeah, right? So when building and running a business or your campaigns, we are gonna go through this framework. Okay. So first and foremost, it's clear. Okay, clear. What does that mean? All right, clear perhaps is your, it's not perhaps, clear is your branding. Right. So when you go through your branding, is your messaging on point? Now, here's the thing, your messaging will always be evolving. However, there will always be a common denominator. So with me, right, it has always been drive ambition, and now it has drive ambition, serve love, right? So it's still the same, right? I just added a little bit more twist in there because these are my convictions. I also usually say you can turn your network into paid high ticket clients with a plan through social media, through LinkedIn, right? But it's still the same thing, right? And also I get to also go for, you can have my system, process, and structure and build your six figure outcomes for your seven figure business. It's still the same, high ticket, right? So your messaging may also evolve, but it still touches through one thing. And that is all about, for me, it's all about driving your vision and serve love and high ticket offers, right? That I am a firm believer, right? That if you want to have the lifestyle freedom that you want, right? What you really need to have is, of course, your messaging. Where are you taking them? Next is your positioning. Okay, if you're going to position yourself as a jack of all trades or Jill of all trades, how will other people get to refer you, right? So let's just say if you are someone who is so good in yoga, right? If you're so good in yoga and this is your core and all these things, and then suddenly, you're teaching yoga, and then suddenly tomorrow you are an engineer. Sure, it could be a yogini engineer, sure. But which among these two would you want to be known for? If you want to be known for as an engineer, go ahead and talk about all those engineering things. But of course, if you're not a solopreneur, if you don't have a business that comes with engineering, maybe what you can do is go and focus more on the next part. which is all about yogini, by being yoga, like talk about everything yoga. So what is the positioning, right? If other people are going to refer you, what will that be? Will you be referred as someone as this, or are you going to be referred as someone as this? If there are potential businesses that you're going to be referred to, which among these two, right? And next, who do you help, right? Be specific about who do you help, right? For me, I want to help, okay, I want to help corporate people who are now displaced. I want to help female entrepreneurs because I truly believe, okay, that we need wealthy and empowered leaders, okay, women leaders in entrepreneurship. By 2030, women are going to truly rule the world, and there will be more entrepreneurs in this space, digital entrepreneurs, okay? So who do you help? So let me check on the chat box again. Who do you help specifically? Okay. Who do you help, you guys? You can write it on your journals and then transfer it on the chat box, just so I know who do you help. Yeah, let's go for this. Yeah. Let's get clear now, so that once we move on to the next slide, we're gonna get clearer and we'll be able to develop our content. All right, so Erwin Amampolo for the win. Amazing. Yes, so beautiful. All right, aspiring thought leaders, right? Okay. Ratio sales leaders, okay. For my business, it's our local farmers. Amazing. Yeah. Entrepreneurs, consultants, and coaches. Sure. Okay. Women with PCOS. Business leaders and entrepreneurs. Women and young professional for letter to a sister. Right. Okay. Great. So who do you help, right? And then specifically, let's be more specific for now, all right? For now, we can be a little bit more specific. Okay, if you want to help, let's just say engineers, all engineers, women on engineers or women architects, right? Be very specific. So we have to niche down just for now, only just for now, right? So that we have someone that we're having coffee with. Okay, so if you're going to be having a coffee right now, if you're having coffee right now and you're helping this person, who is this person? Is it a woman? Sure. Or is it a guy? Whatever that may be. I mean, whatever their sex is, who they are, and then what are they? What are they doing? Who are they? Tell me more. Yeah, please write this on your journals, okay, you guys, and then we can yeah, we can talk more about it later on. So who are you having coffee with? And they're asking or seeking advice from you guys. Go ahead, let me know. Who are you helping? Who do you help? Business leaders and entrepreneurs who would like to become healthier and happier. Amazing. Yes. Right. Let's see who else. Our local farmers. Yep. Okay. Okay. Lian, maybe you can place in also with your local farmers. How are you going to help your local farmers? So who are the people that you're going to address this help to? Are you going to address it to, let's just say, solo moms to have more option on terms of their grocery and buy grocery from the organic market, so that you can also help the local farmers? Is that is that how it is? Yeah. What about the rest of you guys? Young professionals who have oral health issues and who may be suffering from lack of confidence due to their dental or health conditions. Amazing. All right. So I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna go on, guys, so that we're not gonna run out of time. All right. So real estate investment related raising. Okay, great. Next is your offer. Are you super clear and crisp clear with your offer? What is it that you're going to offer? Right? Is it replicable? Is it duplicable? Is it something that can help other people day in day out? That even in your sleep, this is something that you can actually discuss, or even if you don't have slides, right? You can just really discuss it over and over again. You can picture it in your head already on how you'll be able to actually describe that too. So what is your big offer, right? What is your offer? Okay, Edrine, entrepreneurs, consultants, and coaches who want to maximize your business growth vision for everybody. Right, great, right? So offer. And the next is your mindset, right? What is your mindset in terms of entrepreneurship? Are you here for the long haul, or you just want to keep on chasing money? right? So I just wanted to make sure with you guys, right, that entrepreneurship is a responsibility. It's not something that just, wants to just have quick buck. Sure, we want that because that is a transformational, profitable piece. But what is the mindset here? What are you helping them with, right? Where do you want to take them? What is the kind of people, or what is the kind of situation do you want to bring your people in, right? So you got to be clear to that. Next is transformative. Transformative mean it's structure. You have structure, there's system, there's team, there's fulfillment. You can talk about system, team, and fulfillment structures, right? How do you actually build your business? How does your business run, right? You gotta know also how do you operate yourself. Next is nurturing. How do you connect and engage with your people, right? And then now in terms of marketing, how are you producing your marketing collaterals? How are you producing your marketing messaging? How are you doing all these other components in digital marketing that would supply and give transformation, not just for your business, but also to the people that you also help? All right. Next is progressive. Progress means actually, in a nutshell, it's all about manageability. I would always ask also my mentees whenever they do something, is it manageable? How manageable is it? Is it helping you? Right? How else is it helping you? Right? So manageable has a roadmap and has a sustainability plan. Again, what makes a great content is that it's duplicable, it's sustainable, it also provides conversion. Right? So is it sustainable? Is this business that you're running, or whatever it is that you're helping your other people, is it sustainable? And also when you operate, okay, is it also sustainable too? Is it something that you would definitely want to work on in the long haul, right? Is it your calling? Is it really driving you? Next is growth, right? So right now, fine, sure, you're creating your business, you're starting, sure, but can you actually see the growth and progression? Is it something that you really want to personally grow in? And of course, automation, right? Next, the profitable piece, right? It could be your launches, right? Your launches for your containers, or your services, or your funnels. Okay, next is maybe your VIP days, or maybe your workshops and your training, such as this, right? You can also have a high ticket sales process wherein you get also applicants for your super high ticket offers. Maybe these are worth $1 million offers, right? That they're going to be working together with you to provide a certain result, right? A certain growth. So this is the profitability piece, right? So it's all interconnected. Next is, of course, I want you to ask yourself, once you are also developing your program, once you're developing your content, once you're developing your business, what's the point? Right? Why are you doing this? Right? What is the result that I want to happen? Right? Will it bring me more of what I want? Will it bring also my audience more of what they want? And what is the result my audience wants or need? So I want you to really think deeper, that it's beyond money. It's not just about money, because again, money is a tool, abundance is a feeling, right? So what are the fulfillment, right, that's going to help you when it comes to building a better business, a better profitable business? Why do you want it to become profitable too, right? So what's the point? So yeah, so let me check on the chat box again. Do let me know, what is the point of your business? Why are you actually doing this business? Who is it for? What is it for? What is it doing for you? What is it doing for the audience, right? So what's the point? What's the point of your business? Why are you doing this? Okay, waiting for you guys. Yep. What's the point, you guys? Hirap ba? Miss Universe question ba siya? Help bring more consciousness into the business. Yeah, you're right. Into business. Okay, great. I mentor sales leaders to be excellent because I believe in the workplace needs more genuine heart-centered leadership. Amazing. Yes, fantastic. Modern solutions. Okay, great. Fantastic. Right? So it has something to do with also your heart, right? It's heart centered. It's hard work, not just hard work. Okay. So what is happening here, right? So while I'm delivering this workshop, right, I'm bringing you also from clear, right? So I'm done with the clear because I was able to brief you guys on what's going to happen, what to expect. And then now I'm turning into the transformative piece, asking you guys all this messaging. Why are you doing this? Who are you doing it for? and all these questions, right, on what's the point, right, and what is the result. So that is the transformational piece. Now let's go into the progressive piece, right? The progressive piece is the reason why we're here right now, right? It's all about content creation. Now I would want you guys to go ahead and draw maybe 5 or 7. It depends on how do you want to operate with your content. Is it going to be 5 days, or is it 7 days that you're going to be posting day in, day out, right? So go ahead and create, 1 2 3 4 5 boxes, and maybe 5 also below, so 5 rows and 5 columns, right? So we're gonna definitely go on to your content plan. Okay, so here is something that I want you to remember. Again, going back to the clear, transformative, progressive, profitable, right? If you have all these 4 things, what happens? It becomes scalable. Okay, so I would want to ask you guys, right? If you are an online business coach, which is like just me, right? So for me, the way that I create my content, I definitely write out these 4 or 5 things. Is it clear, transformative, progressive, profitable, and scalable? And once I get to have that, right, this is becoming my decision process. Next is, okay, what are the brand pillars, or what are the pillars that I will be talking about when it comes to content? Right? So what I would usually say, okay, I will go back to my curriculum or to my service offerings. If you have your service offerings already, this is good. If not, again, you guys, all you got to do is go back and you can download this content, right? On how you'll be able to run your runway, and also project also how are you going to get your first $1,000 on social in 30 days, right? So for me as an online business coach, what I would normally do is, okay, what are my pillars again? So things that I want to talk about, things that is in relation to my business. So as an online business coach, I will put here mindset, sales, marketing, scaling, and the desire. So these are my usual pillars, right? These are the micro pillars. Now, if you're going to say, oh, Cassie, I want to talk about limiting beliefs and myths and facts and all these things. No. Okay, these are good, right? But these are specifics, right? These are micro niches already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for the macro. So the macro is like the in general, what is the big picture, right? So it could be mindset. So limiting beliefs, myths, and facts, it all falls to the mindset. For you guys, okay, for this exercise, I want you guys to think about, okay, what could be the macro niches that you may want to talk about day in, day out for your business. You can definitely talk about your content suite, your product suite, and I can break it down and talk about that in a nutshell as a summary. Now, an example, right? An example of which, right, is weight loss. Okay, so in terms of weight loss, what you can do is actually talk about mindset. What are the limiting beliefs when it comes to weight loss? What are the myths when it comes to weight loss? What are the facts, right, when it comes to weight loss? And then maybe you can talk about nutrition as well. Nutrition will fall under, yeah, will fall under nutrition, right? So how transformative is it? So nutrition is transformative. So nutrition, I can talk about, let's just say, um, macros and micros. Maybe you can do that. Or nutrition will be, okay, dairy, limiting beliefs when it comes to dairy, limiting the beliefs when it comes to whatever, right? What are the myths when it comes to nutrition? What are facts that you can talk about nutrition, right? Could be that. Movement, exercise, right? Exercise, muscles, and so on and so forth. With management, your micronutrients, what are the 9 grams of protein is equivalent to this fat. I mean, did you know stuff, right? You can have all this did you know stuff too, right? There's so many things that you can talk about, but at least what's going to happen here, you have your mindset already that, okay, I'm going to talk about, these are my macro niches, right? Mindset, nutrition, movement management, and then lifestyle. Lifestyle is really more, okay, if you're a traveler, right? How are you going to eat on the go? What are the healthy alternatives that you can bring with your family, right? So those are the kinds of content that you can actually write in. So let me just pause this for a while. I would want to give you guys some time to write down at least 4 to 5 of your brand pillars of what do you want to talk about, your macro pillars. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes here, right? And if you have any questions, all you got to do is open the mute button or just type it on the yeah, chat box. Yeah, you can type it on the chat box. Right. So maybe you might guys might need a little bit more help into that. I'm just gonna proceed a little bit and then I can dive in more. All right. So another example of which is with mine, right? So with mine, I have my product suite. So with my product suite, I will talk about LinkedIn Magnetic, right? So LinkedIn Magnetic is my program when it comes to credibility and branding, right? Credibility branding. My Power Profile Biz Accelerator and Growth is all about launching a high ticket profitable business and hitting your 5K to 20K year, right? Or 5K to 20K months, right? And then Abundant and Empowered is all about mindset. Okay, it's my 3-day retreat. Next is Prosperity Mastermind. This is for those driven and ambitious men and women, actually more of women right now, man, scaling to your next level income of 50K to 100K a year, right? And maybe you can also have my 5-day masterclass, or this is my clarity game plan to expand your recurring revenues for your coaching and consulting business. So if you're still starting as a coach, consultant, trainer, or a service driven entrepreneur, this is perfect if you're still, trying to see if this is the right venture for you, like you have a roadmap, right? So this is my product suite. So what I would do here as an online business coach, right? Let's just say I'm talking about my Power Profile Based Accelerator, right? I will talk about mindset, sales, marketing, scaling, and desire, right? So things that I would love to talk about maybe in the mindset, because if it's my Power Profile Based Accelerator, let's just say, right, I will talk about my mindset piece. I went to my curriculum and okay, it's all about self-assessment. So I'll talk about self-assessment, I'll talk about some affirmations, some goal setting, journaling, and some shifts. And then with sales, I would be talking about myths in sales. Maybe will have discovery calls, and maybe I have 5 parts of a discovery call, or things that you shouldn't do when you're trying to close a deal. I mean, those are the things that maybe I can talk about, so on and so forth, right? So an example of which, right, after you get to have your pillars with you and also have your micro niches, right, this is where we become more specific. So let's just say again with my mindset, okay, with my mindset, it's all about self-assessment. So if you go for my self-assessment, I would say, okay, maybe I'm going to post here 3 things you don't know about me, because I want my audience to know more about myself. Now, most of my mentees have done this just recently and it has garnered so many likes on their profiles, right? Why? Because people want to get to know you better, right? Then maybe 5 things you should know about your soul aligned clients. Now, this is the ones that creates boundaries. Next is ways you can get out of the rut. So these are the things that you actually that I would want to talk about. And what's nice about these things, right? I have turned them into a content plan, okay, with a timeline. So I'm gonna go through that in a little bit. But pretty much, I'm already giving you guys an overview on how I make my content, right? So again, it's all about, all right, your pillars. What are the pillars? The macro pillars in general, the umbrella pillar, and then break it down according to specific to the micro niche, right? And then the specificity is what is it that you're really going to talk about. Okay, so again, go ahead and type down yours: clear, transformative, progressive, profitable, and scalable, right? If you want to go for clear and transformative, that's fine. If you want to go for clear and progressive for now, that's fine, right? What's important here is that you get started, right? You get started on what are the things that you can talk about, and think about your product, right? Think about your product, and then that's how you actually spread them all on your content. All right. So I'm going to stop my sharing here, and I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to just finish, and then we're going to proceed. And yeah. right. Everybody okay? All right. Is everybody okay? Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you guys are good. Yeah? Good, good, good. All right. Great. Okay. All right. Share my screen. Oh, but, great. All right. So here are the different types of content. Okay, so you guys can also listen to my podcast. I pretty much narrowed down also and mentioned also types of content that I do in my business early on set of the business. But this is pretty much the summary of it all, right? So the types of content that you can do that is really, really highly encouraged is have something that is educational, inspirational, nurturing, polarizing, and sales, right? So what does this 4, 5 things mean, right? Educational would be something that really defines you as an expert. It already explains it. It already, and already shows that you are an expert of this field, that you know what you're talking about, that it is something that you are passionate of. Inspiration is maybe these are social proofs of your clients before, or maybe these are like the wins that you personally went through or personally had, your social proofs as well, right? It can also be the nurturing part is more of the engagement. How are you nurturing your people? Are you talking to them? Are you specifically calling out for their thoughts as well, right? It's involving them also. Polarizing, it's more of like, are you triggering some of their emotions in terms of the hurdles, right? Or something that is a deep pain point that they have that you're challenging them to conquer. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's imposter syndrome, maybe it's, I don't know, like whatever that may be, right? And then in terms of sales also, with the sales, it's more of like, okay, why is it a no-brainer for them to actually be part of your cohort? Or why is it a no-brainer for them to purchase from you or to be part of your community? Okay, so sales is the one that is actually the one that's a conversional piece. Right now, there are different types of pillars or series of content that you can actually do. Now, if you guys are part of the Ambitious Tribe Inner Circle, what you would see there that is that every Monday, or actually on my Instagram as well, or on my LinkedIn, I get to repurpose them in different channels nowadays, right? So every Monday, I have my Mindset Monday, right? So these are series of content, video series, and podcast content that I talk about everything that is all about mindset. Now, if you paid attention to a little earlier, right, the one of my pillars is actually mindset, right? So that's all that I've been doing, and I've already had them all scheduled every Monday, right? Now, next is your promotional content. These are the things that supports the series. Like maybe you will have your podcast, maybe you're going to have a YouTube and follow up about that. Maybe there's going to be a post, right? Maybe there is something that is on Leica that supports it too. So what's happening here is that you get to give a perspective, a different perspective, but the same topic or the same um, pillar, right, to different channels. Okay, so that's actually that. Well, in my case, my Monday mindset is really an entire worth of video. It's really a series already. So what I will do, I'm just going to splice some of it, right? What I do is I splice some of it and put it on TikTok, and splice some and put it on my IGTV, right? Or maybe some of which I turn it into a blog, right? So those are the little things, or I turn them into like free content. Now the free content now it's now becoming an audiogram or possibly a quote from that conversational piece in the podcast, right? So pwedeng ganon, right? So here is an example. My pillar again is all about mindset. My type of content is inspirational. So what I did was the top of the funnel is actually, or the top of my content pillar was my podcast. So I have here Millionaire Mindset, how I made $20,000. So I broke it all down, and then what happened was I just got a snippet of which and turned it into an audiogram, and I also turned it into a quote, right? So here's it. So this is the teaser, right? And then after that, what I did was on my Instagram stories, I would say, okay, hey you guys, I have a podcast dropping tomorrow. It's going to be really juicy because I will be unveiling the millionaire mindset on how I made $20,000. Now, if this is something that you guys would want to learn about, go ahead and listen to that. It's going to drop tomorrow. So what I did there was there's a pre-release teaser. And then after that, when I did my recording, of course, I still involved, right? I still involve my people or those who are in my community or in my stories, and would say, hey guys, I just finished doing my recording. I'm so excited to share it for you guys, for you to discover how you'll be able to make $20,000 too in your coaching or consulting business, right? So what happened there is that I'm done already with the inspirational. Big chunk is inspirational, but in terms of the content, when I spliced it, right, I have something that is nurturing too, which is sharing the exciting things about the podcast, right? And then of course you publish the announcement. So when you drop it, now it becomes what? An educational piece, right? That hey, these are the three things maybe that you would want to learn in terms of a millionaire mindset. So Megan, maybe you can do that. And then you can interview other people. You can actually do that too. You can talk about other people just to have a free content, but still a little bit more aligned to your big chunk or your big pillar. Got it, you guys? So that is actually how you get to do that. Now, how do you actually do scheduling? All right. So, okay. How do you actually do scheduling? Okay, wait, I have some messages here. Okay, you guys, if you have questions, I'm going to get back to you in a bit, but keep those questions coming, and then I'll read it a little bit later. All right, so great. So in terms of scheduling, so is this something that you guys are really still confused about, or do you guys have any questions? Just type it on the comment section. Okay, great. In terms of the scheduling, right? So let's go and dive deep back into Power Profile Biz Accelerator and Growth, right? So this is the runway. Okay, so what I would do is I would do a schedule Mondays to Sunday. I mean, for other people, it's just Monday to Friday. It depends on how do you want to distribute your content, right? So I want you guys to, again, get your journals and write it down on your journals, right? Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So create an entire piece of content in there. I mean, piece of calendar in there, and then 4 weeks. So 4 blocks, right? So 4 rows, and yeah, I can do that. Right. So for the lesson here is for you to plan what are the call to actions that you are going to drive them for them to go for your Power Profile Biz Accelerator and Growth. For me, right? For me, it's really inviting people to join the program. So what I would do is I'm going to have on Monday is register for a free kickoff call, masterclass, or maybe book a call with me. And then possibly on Tuesday is join the community where all the party is going to happen with all these free trainings that I have. And then maybe you can have every Wednesday what I do. Every Wednesday I have my podcast drop. And then I also another one on Thursday, register for the free kickoff masterclass, and then apply for VIP or sign up on Friday. And then my Saturday and Sunday will be a free hand kind of things. And this is usually where I place my life, my CEO life. Like what I do is like I share on my stories, like how do I start my day? How do I end my day? What are the things that I'm also fixing within myself? What are the things that is, so on and so forth, right? So I want you guys to pretty much solidify what would be the call to action for your Power Profile Biz Accelerator and Growth, or for your program, for your product, for what is it that you want them to do, right? So basically that's it. And then on Saturday and Sunday, there will be no call to action. Now it's really important also that you have content pieces that doesn't have a call to action, right? Because you wanted also your people to get to know you better. It's all about nurturing, right? So again, go back to your pillars. There's inspirational, educational, nurture or connect, and also polarizing. So what you can do here is just a rough draft on what is it that you wanted to do. And then, okay, after that, right, what's going to do here is that we're going to repurpose them. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do it in a little bit. All right. So again, is everything clear? I hope things are clear for you guys. I hope that I'm helping you guys in terms of creating your content, right? So with me, again, I have my Monday, which is my register for a free kickoff call or masterclass, join community, podcast, register, apply, so on and so forth, right? So here's the thing. So what happens next is that I place in what are my medium drivers. So let's just say with me, I have my Facebook live stream series. So that's what's happening right now, right? All my live streams are about mindset, right? And when I created my content or my script, there's something inspirational, something educational, something that's engaging, and something that is polarizing, right? And then on Tuesday, this is where I also try to go for an Instagram post that is still, connected to my program, right? And then I have a call to action will be join the community or link in bio or whatever that may be the call to action. And then of course, so on and so forth. I also have my LinkedIn where I post also exclusive content on LinkedIn. Now it's up to you if you want it to be a LinkedIn post, if you want it to be a blog, whatever that may be. And then on Friday, I would usually send out an email recap of what happened throughout the week. You can actually do that, right? And then on Saturday, since it's a free form, maybe this is where you get to write a blog post. Maybe it's on the LinkedIn Pulse or maybe on your blog, or maybe if you want to write in when magazines or wherever that may be, all right? So again, all you got to do here is to plan where are you going to situate that content. Now, you don't have to be in all mediums right away. I just want you guys to focus on your primary and your secondary, right? So again, if you're just alone, okay, if you're still a solopreneur, all these other components mediums are going to overwhelm you. So just choose which amongst these medium drivers do you want to focus on, right? So let's just say if you want to focus first on YouTube, go ahead and have on YouTube, and maybe next is Facebook because we're a Facebook nation. So maybe that will be, or maybe Facebook and Instagram. It depends on what it is, right? So pretty much you can focus on those two medium drivers. But for me, what I do and my team do, right? I have my live streams on Mondays and then Instagram. Yeah. So pretty much I try to draft them in all in here, right? And then after which, this is where I get to like my podcast, right? You will be able to receive a blog, I mean a newsletter from me, coming from me, that the podcast has already dropped. Okay, so that's what I will do. And then a snippet of that audiogram or of another video or whatsoever, that's where I place it on TikTok or on Leica, right? So that's what I do, right? So pretty much again, knowing your pillars. This is, I mean, I know this may sound a little bit more overwhelming, but really the real important tips here is that you have your content pillars in place. Now let me go back to that, right? So let me go back to that. Right. So you have something educational, something that is nurturing, something inspirational, something polarizing, and something about sales. Okay. And then create a calendar, right? When do you place educational? Is it a Monday and a Wednesday? Is it nurturing on a Tuesday and a Friday? Is it going to be polarizing on a Thursday, on a Tuesday, right? Or maybe are you going to have inspirational on a Saturday and a Sunday? So it depends where do you want to place it. You can scatter it all around, right? And then what happens next is that define also what are the things that you are going to talk about. So that is where the clear, transformative, progressive, profitable, scalable piece enters, right? So what are your pillars, your mindset, your sales, marketing, scaling, and desire, right? So all these things, right? So let's just say your mindset again. For me, again, it's a Monday. So every Monday, it's all about mindset. So it's all going to be video series. And then what happens next is I'm just going to repurpose it to my Leica and on my TikTok. So I'm just going to have a snippet of it. Or maybe I'm going to have a snippet also on Instagram that will drive them to YouTube. See, so what's happening here? It's becoming an ecosystem, right? So choose one or two of your drivers first for now. But if you guys have a team already, it's important that you get to have this repurposing tool or a wheel on what is going to happen or where or when do you actually repurpose them, right? So that's actually that. All right, so next. Okay, next. Okay. All right, so let's see. Right. So those are my few tips for you guys. All that you got to do is really get to know who you are. Now that is the baseline of everything. You got to know who you are, who do you serve, and you got to get clear on what are these things, right? You gotta, what are these things that you wanted to offer, or what is it that you're offering? You have to choose content that you want to share on social media that relates to what you're selling, that relates to your curriculum, to your product, to your service, your services, right? And then it feels, and if it feels overwhelming, again, you need clarity, right? You need clarity on what is it that you talk about, and what is this one thing that you want to be known for, right? So it finds something that will keep you keep you started. Remember, you guys, that clarity affirms action, right? Once you do action, once you show up every day, this is where you get to also learn your audience on what do they expect, but what do they specifically want, what do they need, how are they responding to this post that you have, is it really converting into Benjamins? If it's not converting, okay, what happened here? Maybe you should focus more on YouTube, maybe you can focus more on Instagram, right? So do a little bit more social listening by what is happening in the movement, and also the call to action, and make sure that it's available too, that what you're selling is available, okay, to be purchased. Because again, if you don't have a shop, right, if you don't have a shop, or your shop is closed and nobody's selling people all about it, how do you expect them to buy from you, right? So listen to how your audience is responding to your content, okay? So before we go for the Q&A, wait, let me see. Percent. Okay. So before we go and dive into the Q&A, because I wanted to give you guys a little bit more coaching and give you more clarity, there are two ways that you can work with me. One is my 5-day masterclass, wherein you'll be able to have clarity for your coaching. All you gotta do is actually go to my 5-day masterclass. It's $317, so you'll be able to do that. I'm gonna drop it here in the comment section in a bit. And also, Power Profile Based Accelerator and Growth Program. If you are ready to have 5,000 to maybe $10,000 a year, right? Or your first 1 million, actually, because my mentees are all like gearing for 1 million now. So if you guys want to gear for your first 250,000 pesos to a million throughout the entire year, go ahead and join in the Power Profile Based Accelerator and Growth, right? But if you're still in the clarity piece, where you're still figuring out your coaching, your consulting business, and how do you actually structure that and have a roadmap, go ahead and go for the 5-day masterclass. You're going to have a 90 days free coaching with me. Okay, that will be my bonus for you guys. Number one, you're gonna have 90 days bonus session with me, a 90 minutes rather, 90-minute session with me, and also a marketing audit. So I truly suggest you guys, if these are the things that you wanted. But of course, if you're already scaling to, let's just say, having 1 million to 5 million a year, go ahead and apply. I can send you guys also the application for that prosperity mastermind. So go ahead and message me that. Otherwise, expect in your email, I'm going to send you guys the link, or just message me on, or message me on your, on my chat box. I'm going to send you the link. All right, so let's go and dive into Q&A. All right, so let me just close this and share. All right, great. So you guys can open your cameras, and you can also open your microphones if you have any questions, and we can definitely dive in for maybe 10 more minutes. Yeah, we can dive in for 10 more minutes and respond to your questions. Okay, Erwin Son, Gabia, got to go. Thanks for this. You're welcome. Okay. All right. So Rachel is asking, what is your view about typical themes like Wednesday wins, Sunday reflections, and week? I personally like it, sana, but I see several goes to it, kaya baka nakakatamad to audience to answer, right? Okay, so the important piece here, Rachel, is that if it's for your community, it's actually an engagement piece, right? Of celebrating it with the people in there. However, you want it to be relevant also on why should they share their wins to you anyway, right? But it's okay. It takes time for them also to get to know that it's something that you want to celebrate for, right? But what matters here is that what is the content prior to that, or what is the consistent content that you actually share prior to that. Like, okay, so is there anything, again, what is the educational piece here that will drive them to say, okay, I learned from this, okay, and now this is my win, right? So yeah, themes is a good start. Themes is a good start. But again, listen carefully on what is it that your audience wants. You can also have a survey perhaps, right? Get to know them better. If you guys are just starting in your business, in your communities, ask them specifically what are the things that they want. Right. Carla, thank you for just want to ask what if there are 2 to 3 industries you want to share or be known, for example, finance and real estate. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I would say, Carlos, why don't you choose the mega niche, or what would be your very first, or your umbrella? Would you want to be, known more for real estate? Because with real estate, it could be finance, could be a good, could be a good pillar that you can talk about, right? So let's just say I go to Carlos, like, hey, Carlos is a real estate, known for real estate. He's amazing. And then when they come to you, or if you have a course, you have a program, or you have a mentorship, or you have a one-on-one service, or whatever that may be, right? You can tackle definitely like what about financials, like finance, like how do you actually get to plan, right? Finance your finances to buy your first real estate. It could be like that, right? Would that make sense? Yeah. So choose which one and then interconnect them. Yeah. You want to be known for something. I mean, look at Tony Fernandez of AirAsia. Tony Fernandez is known for leadership, but AirAsia, right? Tony Robbins. What is Tony Robbins known for? Finances as well, but motivational speaker, right? So he's pretty known for that, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? I hope that answers your question. Yeah. What is the best time of the day to post content? Is there such an algorithm for that? Yes. The best time to post content is by actually posting them in different time, different time, and then check as well the algorithm of your Facebook community or your Facebook on when are the people mostly engaged, right? So may algorithm, like example on Instagram also and on Facebook, they actually have that easy. It's, you can easily go for the algorithm on the insights of Instagram, and you're going to see there, like let's just say every Sunday, must activated, must okay your people on a Sunday, right? So basically you can do that and have posts every Sunday more often rather than Tuesday, right? If your Tuesday is super low, right? So yeah, you have to do a little bit more social listening, but I would say, just post, it's your thing. Post whenever that is, that you feel and you think strategically is aligned to the content that you are directing. So let's just say if you are talking to students, kunyari lang naman, you're talking to students, naturally students are still studying from 9 to 4 or 9 to 3. So maybe your post will make sense even better if you put it at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. maybe. Or if these are corporate professionals, when do they usually check their Facebook? Maybe it's after work. So hence therefore my business was after 6 because my audience are all active on after 6. They don't want to talk about work anymore. It's all after 6. So I hope that works. Right? What else? You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? Hey, Rohit, nice to see you. We'll meet a little later. Yeah, nice to see you. Right, gotta go, Cassie. Thanks for this session. Learned a lot. You're welcome. So, yeah. So, you guys, do you have any more questions? I hope you guys learned a lot today. What I'm gonna ask you for, I'm gonna drop you guys an email, maybe a quick survey. I wanna know if this is a good session that you may wanna have often, right? If these kinds of webinars is something that you may want to have as well. In the meantime, you can go to Ambitious Tribe Inner Circle 2. I'll be having also some trainings there. Next, is she thanks you? Yes, gotta go, Cassie, right? Okay, thank you. This is my first time even I can write your email years back. I missed a lot. Welcome, Jasper. Thanks, Cassie. Right, you're welcome. All right. So again, you guys, I just want to really emphasize in here that I'm going to drop you guys an email if you guys want to have that clarity in terms of becoming a coach, consultant, trainer, or a service-driven entrepreneur. I'm giving you guys my 5-day masterclass and clarity coaching for only $317 instead of $1,497. It's only exclusive to you guys. So watch out that on your emails. I'm going to share you guys. So actually, you know what? I should just share to you guys the link here. And it's just you guys who will be able to have access to that. Otherwise, if you guys are already aiming for, let's just say, 1 million throughout the year, all you gotta do is drop me a message or an email, and I would gladly, you know, I would gladly give you guys a call and see if we are the right fit, right? So if you're aiming for a 1 million peso business. All right. Okay. So, but if it's clarity, go ahead. Oops, wrong. Okay. I sent the wrong link. Sorry. Let me just type in here. All right. So here you guys. Yeah, so this is only available for you guys, and it's only 317 instead of 1,497. You're gonna have your marketing audit and also 90 days and 90 minutes strategy call with me. All right, so thank you so much, you guys. I am truly grateful for all of you who's been here, and it's such a pleasure having to also give you guys insights on also behind the scenes on how I do my content that converts high ticket clients and high ticket content, right? So, all right. Any other questions, you guys? I would love to know. I mean, I would love to be of help. Come on. We have 4 more minutes. Grab this session, you guys, while I can still answer them. Anyone else? Guys, bawal shy. No more shyness. Shyness is not gonna. I mean, we're all driven and ambitious here. So go ahead and ask questions. Yeah, tag me as well. Yeah, somebody message here. Yeah, you can tag me on Instagram. If you have also your content plan, why don't you take a snap of it and show it off? I would love to see it. Polarizing meaning. Okay, polarizing is something that is triggering, right? Something polarizing, polarity piece. So it's something that's triggering to emotion, something that is triggering or challenging your audience to something, right? It's something like it's really like parang how do you say it in English? Parang binabanatan mo siya, parang ganyan, like challenging this person, right? So go ahead and yeah, so my Instagram is cassiepajarillo.com, my YouTube also, and all that. Everything is Cassie Pajarillo. John, would you say focus on a single niche or experiment with two or more at the same time? No, just focus on just one thing that you would want to be known for. What do you really want to be known for? Um, do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, I have a YouTube, you guys. It's finally, I now have my own content, my own URL. It's the same. It's Cassie Pajarillo, youtube.com, /C, and then Cassie Pajarillo. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I have a private message here again. Why are you on different platforms such as Leica and TikTok? Aren't you exhausted? Honestly, I am on, okay, what I do with Leica and also with TikTok, this is where I get to share a little bit more of my personality and also a little bit more of, splicing, because it's pretty fun editing stuff in there, right? So it's just really more of a repurposing thing other than really trying to drive more, content in there. So it's just really at the back pocket of my of my content plan. But yeah, right. And also there is also a benefit on joining new platforms, evolving and potential platforms, because once that you are in there and it's growing, the algorithm will be more in favor of you. So you got to remember that, right? So that's why I was early on also on LinkedIn, and maybe that's how I turned out to be a LinkedIn trainer, right? Okay, like a tips, please. I'm still trying to get a hang of it. Okay, like a tips. Okay, something that I would say. I'm being able to. I was able to monetize my Leica already. One tip from there is that use the hashtags often and look at the news feed. I mean, look at the news feed, yung mga highlight hashtags, and make use of those hashtags. Don't just invent hashtags just because you want to invent hashtags. Look at the hashtags that are actually being highlighted by Leica. So that's one tip. Yeah. And also, of course, engage often. The more that you engage, the more like a gems that you get to have. The more like a gems that you get to have, the more money or gems that you're gonna have, you'll be able to spend it. And then also there are a couple of sponsors there already who are already looking for people that they can actually give gems to, that you can actually use in promotion for their stores. So I mean, there are different ways actually. I'm still getting a hang of it. But for my experience, was my experience with Leica. That's why I'm able to monetize Leica already. Okay, what do you say? What else? Uh, Okay, in terms of clarity, if I wanted to become a coach, do I need to be an expert or certified already? No, you don't have to be certified already if you want to become a coach. Because again, I want you to bank onto your intellectual property, right? Your intellectual property is your experiences and your knowledge and your everything that entails like your, I mean, you've been through corporate, most of you, right? You guys are on corporate or at least experienced corporate. So you already have a lot of knowledge in your back pocket. All you gotta do is reactivate them and then transform your people to a transformation, right? Okay, great. And yes, but of course, if you're a doctor, if you are a life coach, if you are, an engineer or all these things, of course, you need a certificate. Okay, so I'm not saying that you don't need it, but you need it specifically to those industries that really needs a lot of anatomy, a lot of science into it, and all those things. Or if not, partner with someone who is certified or is already practicing for a couple of years. Right, Pat? Sorry. How to help a coach that is a bit older na. He has 3 podcast episodes already, super on the content. Is there a polite way to ask him to give more material to work with him, or I just have to squeeze everything I can pull out from what I have? Okay, yes. Good one. So I would say, what I love about podcasts is that you can actually splice it in different ways, right? So that's why if it's a podcast, I mean, with my presentation kanina, right? So there is a podcast, and then from a podcast, you can splice it up, like let's just say turn it into a quote. And then if it's not a quote, you can splice it also into an audiogram that has different tunes, of course. And then maybe you can have also a mini video. So a lot of things that can be done. And then it can also be a content for a blog, right? So you can have a blog, and then for the newsletter, right, you can actually send them to the Instagram or to the YouTube or wherever that you may want to circulate it. And then of course, super lang content. Now, in terms of if the person only has a few content, maybe you can sit down with this person and maybe produce 4 podcast episodes, right, in a month. That way, throughout the week, right, you can already spread out this entire messaging, right, and spread it out throughout the week. Or if there's a campaign going on, maybe you can create, right, supporting messages like educational, all those things that I taught you in the pillars, right? So you can actually excrete from that, or you can just interview him. Why don't you just interview him and then get his thoughts and then splice it out according to different pillars? I mean, I hope that helps, Pat. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. One more minute, you guys. One more minute. Anything else? What's a good platform for podcast? What I love a podcast because I produce them myself also. I'm the type of, I mean, you guys know me, right? I'm the type of person who walk the talk and really try to understand things as much as possible before I delegate them. You can actually you make use of Anchor or Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout will already propagate it to different platforms already. Apple, Stitcher, ano pa ba, Spotify, Google, and so on and so forth. So it will propagate on its own. Do you accept interns? Yes, I am actually accepting interns at the moment. So yes, please go ahead and you can email me, and then just type in intern. Yeah. Yeah, I'm accepting actually interns from iAcademy lately. Yeah. Recently I just accepted few from iAcademy. So, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Pwede mag-apply. Ay, sus! Ay, sus. Ikaw pa ba? Since Dina pa. Ikaw pa ba? Right. What's that again for podcast Anchor? Yeah, so I make use of Anchor or you can make use of Buzzsprout. What do you need, Miss Cassie? Oh my gosh, you guys, naka-apply na ba kayo? Grabe kayo. Right. What's again for podcast? Buzzsprout or Anchor? Yeah. What do you need, Miss Cassie? What do I need? I need talented people. Just come in. Writers. I would love to have more writers. Right. Like feature writers, if possible. That will be great. Feature writers are awesome. Right. Okay. All right. So, one more minute, guys. Magpa 5:30 na. Dapat 1 hour lang tayo. But that's fine. I'm here for you guys, as promised. One more question. A few more questions, you guys. Any other questions? All right. again, you guys, go ahead and yeah, I would love to work for you guys and work with you guys. I'm a feature writer. Amazing, girl. Go, Charles. Go ahead and message me, mail me. Right. Sure. If you guys want to intern and become a feature writer, why not? But yeah, please do let me know. Show me your work, and then I would love to know what is it that you write about. Yeah, yeah. I need more writers in my life. Right. Okay, great. How do I get to work with you? Okay, so you get to work with me by going through my program. I have a LinkedIn program. It's a do it yourself program. So if you guys want to learn how to actually optimize, monetize, leverage on your LinkedIn, I have a LinkedIn mini class, mini course. I also have my 5-day masterclass if you're a coach, consultant, trainer, or entrepreneur who wants to have that roadmap towards a profitable coaching or consulting career. And if you want to test the waters first to see if that's yours, so it's only 317 just for you guys. Okay, just for you guys, but it's 1,497 out in the public. And I also have Power Profile Biz Accelerator if you want to reach $20,000 or 1 million year. Right, Trisha, Anchor, yes, you can transform blog posts from WordPress. Yes, you can actually do that too with Anchor. It transforms into a WordPress right away. Actually, Buzzsprout also transforms into a blog in it itself, so you can just embed it onto your website. We'll send tonight. Okay, go ahead. All right. Okay. All right, you guys. Please tag me on Instagram stories or on your posts, or if you have your content with you, please do let me know what happens. I'm gonna email you guys a survey. Just let me know if these workshops are very informative. If I shared also insights, I would love to know your thoughts. Otherwise, I am so excited to meet the rest of you guys. I hope I get to work with you. Go ahead and message me as well if there's anything that you may need that you may want to enter. Rohit, you can stay. Rohit, you can stay. Otherwise, take care, you guys, and I'm gonna see you guys soon. Have a good week. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Cassie.
Bye, Miss Nina. I miss you.
Thank you so much. I sent you a message on Viber.
Okay, will do. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye, Adrian. Hi, Chi. Bye. Bye, you guys. Thanks and heaps. Yes, Charles. Yes, please mail me. Yeah. Nice to see you. Bye, Susanna. Bye, Rowena. Hey, Nicole. Good luck on your live in a bit. All right. Bye, Elaine. Nice to see you. I hope that helped you guys. Okay. Bye, Rowena. I hope that helped you. There you go. It's just us. Hold on. Let me just stop recording.
You are busy.